What's up everybody, Way of the Bay here, and today we'll be starting Combo Battle Tournament 25. So today we'll be starting part 1 of the special champion only CBT. And in this champion-only CBT, we have 16 past champions battling it out for the title of CBT Legend. Now this special CBT is a two-parter, so that means part 1 is the first round of battles and part 2 is the second round of battles, the semifinals, and the finals. But here are the combos and champions that enter them. So first up we have Plusle 23, champion of CBT 18, with Master Bahamut Paradox Rise. Next we have Yvonne F, champion of CBT 16 with Brave Lucifer 2S Destroy. Next we have Exploit, champion of CBT 21 with Tempest Diabolos 1S 00 Cross Xtend Plus. Next we have Lil Boombinski, champion of CBT 9 with Judgment Spriggan Gen Blitz Destroy. Next we have John Elder, champion of CBT 24 with Lord Spriggan 00 Bump Mobius. Next we have Ocean Gaming, champion of CBT 14 with Abyss Diabolos 1S Wheel Destroy. Then we have Cisco Tenorio, champion of CBT 15 with Rage Fafnir 3A Dimension Dash. Then we have Drake Official, champion of CBT 19 with Naked Spriggan Goku Paradox Bearing. Next we have Haruto Asahi, champion of CBT 5 with Bigbang Genesis Ignition with the Armor. Then we have Average Vlogger 11, champion of CBT 17 with Mirage Helios 1D Wheel Octa. And then we have OG ToxcCoop with CBT 20 champion with Judgment Diabolos Blitz Quick Dash. Then we have Right Burst, champion of CBT 12 with Tact Longinus Sen Vanguard Wave. Then we have Cube, champion of CBT 10 with Naked Bahamut Gen 00 Wall Orbit Metal. Then we have Shahrom Dahlan, champion of CBT 13 with Death Valkyrie 2A Hold Dash. And then we have Paul, Ash, and Linc, champions of the first CBT with Burn Phoenix Sting Spiral Dash. And then last but not least we have Baybuster, champion of CBT 3 with Imperial Dragon 2 Zenith Volcanic Dash. So those were all the combos entered, but now here are the matchups for this tournament. Round 1 we have Drake Official's Naked Spriggan going up against Baybuster's Imperial Dragon 2. Round 2 we have Cube's Naked Bahamut going up against Haruto Asahi's Bigbang Genesis. And then the next round, round 3, we have Yvonne F's Brave Lucifer going up against Lil Boombinski's Judgment Spriggan. Round 4 we have Right Burst Tact Longinus going up against OG ToxcCoop's Judgment Diabolos. Round 5 we have John Elder's Lord Spriggan going up against Average Vlogger 11's Mirage Helios. Round 6 we have Plusle 23's Master Bahamut going up against Paul, Ash, and Linc's Burn Phoenix. Round 7 we have Exploit's Tempest Diabolos going up against Cisco Tenorio's Rage Fafnir. And then round 8 we have Shahrom Dahlan's Death Valkyrie going up against Ocean Gaming's Abyss Diabolos. And the winners from those battles will move on to part 2. And the stadium we battle in will be the basic Takara Stadium, and we'll be going to 3 points. So Burst will be 2 points, and Survivor and Ring Out finishes will be 1 point each. But now that everything's ready, let's start with round 1. Alright, so here we are at the basic Takara Stadium. Round 1, we have Drake Official's Naked Spriggan going up against Baybuster's Imperial Dragon. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, the battle starts with Imperial Dragon zooming around the stadium, dealing lots of strong attacks. Naked Spriggan defending from all those attacks. Ooh, Imperial Dragon running low on stamina. Ooh, and the first point goes to Naked Spriggan with a Survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, lots of good hits coming from Imperial Dragon. Naked Spriggan being thrown around the stadium. Ooh, but still defending from all those attacks. And once again, it seems... Ooh, that was a draw, actually. So both Beyblades stopped at the same time, no points awarded. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, a very powerful attack from Imperial Dragon. Naked Spriggan taking the center while Imperial Dragon deals attacks. Both are running low on stamina. Ooh, but this time Naked Spriggan is still spinning, so another point to Naked Spriggan with a survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, lots of good attacks. Ooh, this time Naked Spriggan was able to get a ring out finish. So Baybuster's Imperial Dragon was sent into the pockets, and Drake's Naked Spriggan now has 3 points. With a ring out finish, it's going to be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so now for round 2, we have Cube's Naked Bahamut going up against Haruto Asahi's Bigbang Genesis. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades land in the stadium. Bigbang Genesis is scraping a little with that ignition dash driver, but still spinning. Ooh, now it's out of stamina. So Naked Bahamut gets 1 point with a survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, it seems this time Bigbang Genesis is a little bit more stable on its tip. Spinning around, ooh, now scraping a little bit, but ignition has turned on. Ooh, going around dealing some attacks. Naked Bahamut scraping. Ooh, it's going down to stamina. Ooh, and that was a draw. Both Beyblades stopped simultaneously, so no points awarded. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, once again, both Beyblades battling. This time for the center of the stadium. Ooh, ignition has activated. Bigbang Genesis going around the stadium dealing attacks. Once again, going down to stamina. And Naked Bahamut had more stamina than Bigbang Genesis, so that's another point to Naked Bahamut. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, once again, both Beyblades battling. Ignition turns on instantly. Ooh, moving around, not dealing any attacks, and then this strikes. Ooh, making Naked Bahamut scrape. Dealing some good attacks. Now it's going down to stamina. Bigbang Genesis a little wobbly. And out of stamina. Bigbang Genesis stopped right before Naked Bahamut stopped. So that means Cube's Naked Bahamut now has 3 points, and we'll be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so now it's time for round 3. We have Ivan F's Brave Lucifer going up against Boombinski's Judgment Spriggan. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, as the battle starts, Brave Lucifer gets in a really hard attack, sending Judgment Spriggan into the pocket. So 1 point to Brave Lucifer with a ring out finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Both Beyblades zooming around the stadium, Judgment Spriggan near the center. Both Beyblades about to make contact, and there it is. Ooh, so it seems Brave Lucifer's dealing the most attacks. Judgment Spriggan running out of stamina from all those hard hits, and yep, even with the destroy dash or the destroy driver, Judgment Spriggan was unable to survive longer than Brave Satan. So Brave Satan gets another point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Both Beyblades zooming around the stadium. Ooh, Brave Lucifer dealing lots of good hits. Judgment Spriggan running low on stamina. And Brave Lucifer once again gets it. With 3 points now, that was a survivor finish. With 3 points, Brave Lucifer will be moving on to the second round of the tournament. Alright, so now time for round 4. We have Right Burst's Tact Longinus going up against OG ToxcCoop's Judgment Diabolos. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so as the battle starts, ooh, Judgment Diabolos dealing lots of good attacks, and so did Tact Longinus. Looks like Judgment Diabolos is running low on stamina. Both Beyblades are wobbly. Ooh, and Tact Longinus survived just a little longer than Judgment Diabolos, so Right Burst's Tact Longinus gets 1 point with a survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so Judgment Diabolos once again dealing lots of attacks. Alright, now both Beyblades seem to get a little calmer. Fighting for the center. Judgment Diabolos has the quick dash driver, while Tact Longinus has the wave driver. So wave is a little better with stamina, and there you see, surviving longer than Judgment Diabolos. Tact Longinus gets another point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, as the battle starts, Judgment Diabolos is sending Tact Longinus all around the stadium. But now it seems both are a little calmer. It seems like once again it's going to go down to stamina. And once again, Tact Longinus manages to survive longer than Judgment Diabolos. So right burst, Tact Longinus will be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so now time for round 5. We have John Elder's Lord Spriggan going up against Average Vlogger 11's Mirage Helios. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, Mirage Helios going around the stadium, now fighting for the center. Both are left spin and a burst finish. So Lord Spriggan, which belongs to John Elder, managed to get a burst finish, so that's 2 points. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades land in the stadium. Lord Spriggan zooming around the ring of the stadium. It seems Mirage Helios is a little wobbly on that Octa driver. And it seems it's going to go down to stamina. The Mobius driver is known for just spinning like that for a long time, so let's see who gets this. Ooh, and Mirage Helios gets it, so 1 point to Mirage Helios. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so both Beyblades meeting in the center of the stadium. Ooh, Lord Spriggan dealing lots of attacks. Mirage Helios is running low on stamina, and it's out of stamina. So that means John Elder's Lord Spriggan now has 3 points, and we'll be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so now time for round 6. We have Plusle 23's Master Bahamut going up against Paul Ash and Linc's Burn Phoenix. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, as the battle starts, both Beyblades going back and forth with attacks. Burn Phoenix dealing lots of good attacks. It seems it's going down to stamina now. Ooh, Master Bahamut getting thrown around, scraping and low on stamina. Ooh, but still survived a little longer than Burn Phoenix. So 1.2 Master Bahamut. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so Burn Phoenix going around the stadium while Master Bahamut takes the center. So Master Bahamut has the Rise driver while Burn Phoenix has the Spiral Dash driver. So Rise does have the upper hand when it comes to stamina, but who knows, Burn Phoenix might be able to get a ring out or even a burst. Going down to stamina now. Both are doing pretty good on stamina, both are wobbly. Ooh, but once again, it seems Master Bahamut still had more stamina and was still spinning because of that Rise driver. So that's another point to Master Bahamut. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, that was a good hit right as the battle started. Burn Phoenix once again going around the stadium while Master Bahamut's near the center. Ooh, now going in for the attack. Yep, dealt a good attack right there. Going down to stamina. Master Bahamut is wobbly, but like all the other rounds, it usually survives longer, like that right there. So that means Plusle 23's Master Bahamut has 3 points with that survivor finish. So Plusle 23 and Master Bahamut will be moving on to the next part of the tournament. Alright, so now round 7. We have Exploit's Tempest Diabolos going up against Cisco Tenorio's Rage Fafnir. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, as the battle started, before Tempest Dragon or Tempest Diabolos could do anything, Rage Fafnir got a ring out finish, so 1.2 Rage Fafnir. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, ooh, Tempest Diabolos getting thrown around the stadium. Ooh, recovered from that ring out. Now it's going down to stamina. Both are opposite spin of each other. Rage Fafnir dealing lots of good attacks, but running out of stamina. And Tempest Diabolos gets it with a survivor finish. So 1 point to Tempest Diabolos, both are tied with 1 point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, lots of good hits, and Tempest Diabolos once again hit into the pocket. So that means Rage Fafnir gets another point with a ring out finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades land in the stadium. Rage Fafnir dealing lots of good attacks. Going down to stamina. Both Beyblades are wobbly. Tempest Diabolos running low. So is Rage Fafnir. Ooh, but Tempest Diabolos gets it. So that's 2 points for Tempest Diabolos now. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so Rage Fafnir dealing lots of good attacks, but now it's going down to stamina once again. Alright, Rage Fafnir moving a little more, dealing lots of good attacks, just needs 1 more point to win. Both Beyblades have 2 points, so whoever gets this round will move on to the second part of the tournament. Ooh, and Tempest Diabolos manages to survive a little longer than Rage Fafnir. So Tempest Diabolos, which belongs to Exploit, will be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so now for the final round, round 8. We have Shahrom Dahlan's Death of Valkyrie going up against Ocean Gaming's Abyss Diabolos. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, as the battle starts, Abyss Diabolos manages to get a ring out finish. So 1 point to Abyss Diabolos. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, once again, Abyss Diabolos is going right there, instantly getting those ring out finishes. So that's another point to Abyss Diabolos with a ring out finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, another ring out finish. Just when it looked like Death of Valkyrie was going to avoid the first attack, managed to get a ring out finish right there. So that means Abyss Diabolos now has 3 points, and we'll be moving on to the second part of the tournament. Alright, so 16 champions entered the CBT, and now we only have 8 left over. And the 8 Beyblades you see here have won their battles, and they will be moving on to part 2 to battle it out to see who is the CBT legend. So for part 2, we will have the second round of battles, the semifinals, and the finals. And round 1 of part 2 will be Drake Official's Naked Spriggan going up against Cube's Naked Bahamut. Round 2 will be Yvonne F's Brave Lucifer going up against Rightburst's Tact Longinus. Round 3 will be John Elder's Lord Spriggan going up against Plusle23's Master Bahamut. And then round 4 we have Exploit's Tempest Diabolos going up against Ocean Gaming's Abyss Diabolos. So those will be the rounds for the next CBT, and the winners of those battles will move on to the semifinals and then the finals. So stay tuned for part 2, that should be coming out soon, a little bit after this CBT. But all the combos that were in this CBT will be listed in the description. Thank you everybody for participating. All the champions had great combos, and the 8 that are here will battle it out in the next CBT. But that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching Way of the Bay.